Hello, and welcome back to the Oceanfront Builders channel. We are so glad you've chosen to spend your time with us today. If you're new to our community, Oceanfront Builders is a leading construction and design firm specializing in crafting exceptional residential and commercial spaces throughout the beautiful and diverse landscapes of Southern California. We are deeply rooted in Los Angeles and Orange counties, and our core mission is to share our extensive, hard-won expertise, empowering you with the knowledge and confidence to navigate the complexities of any construction or remodeling project. Today we are tackling one of the most significant sources of stress, frustration, and conflict in the world of home renovation: hidden costs. We've all heard the horror stories, the projects that start with an exciting vision and a manageable budget, only to spiral out of control with unexpected expenses, leaving homeowners feeling overwhelmed and financially strained. The truth is, while some surprises are inevitable, many so-called hidden costs are not entirely unforeseeable. They are often the result of inadequate planning, unrealistic expectations, or a lack of due diligence. Understanding where these costs come from and how to proactively prevent them is the single most important skill you can develop to ensure your remodeling journey is a positive and successful one. In this extended, comprehensive, and truly detailed video, we will provide you with the ultimate guide to avoiding hidden costs in your remodeling project. We'll pull back the curtain on the entire process, identifying the most common sources of budget-busting surprises and providing you with a powerful toolkit of strategies, tips, and real-world examples to protect your investment. We'll cover everything from the critical pre-construction phase of meticulous planning and investigation to the art of realistic budgeting, the power of an ironclad contract, and the best practices for managing costs once construction is underway. Drawing from our decades of experience remodeling homes in Los Angeles and Orange counties, we'll give you the insider knowledge you need to transform your home without breaking the bank. Whether you're planning a small bathroom update or a major whole house renovation, this video will equip you to navigate the financial landscape of remodeling with confidence and control. Before we dive into the details of protecting your budget, please take a moment to show your support by hitting that like button and subscribing to our channel. By joining our community, you gain access to a wealth of valuable insights, practical advice, and behind-the-scenes knowledge designed to help you build or remodel your dream home smartly and successfully. Your engagement is what allows us to continue creating this in-depth content for homeowners like you throughout Southern California. Why do remodeling projects so often go over budget? It's a critical question, and the answer is multifaceted. It's rarely due to a single catastrophic event. More often, it's a death by 1,000 cuts, a series of small, unplanned expenses that accumulate over time. To avoid these costs, you first have to understand where they come from. Let's start by making a crucial distinction. There are two primary ways a budget increases: hidden costs, unforeseen conditions. These are true surprises, problems that could not have been reasonably identified before construction began. They are discovered after demolition or work has started. Examples: discovering extensive termite damage behind a wall, finding a cracked foundation once flooring is removed, uncovering outdated and dangerous knob and tube wiring, realizing plumbing pipes are severely corroded, finding asbestos in old popcorn ceilings, or discovering that a wall thought to be non-load-bearing is actually structural. Budget increases due to choices, scope creep, and change orders. These are not hidden. These are costs that arise from decisions the homeowner makes during the project to change or add to the original plan. Examples: deciding you want a more expensive type of tile than you originally budgeted for, adding a new window where one wasn't planned, upgrading to higher-end appliances mid-project, or asking the contractor to repaint an adjacent room while they're at it. While this video will give you strategies for managing both, our primary focus is on preventing the first category, the true, unforeseen, hidden costs, through proactive planning and investigation. The vast majority of budget overruns can be prevented or mitigated in the planning phase, long before the first hammer swings. This is where you have the most power to control your project's financial outcome. 1. Meticulous, hyper-detailed planning, your #1 weapon. A vague plan is an open invitation for hidden costs. Remodel the kitchen is not a plan, it's a wish. A detailed plan leaves as little as possible to assumption. Go beyond the floor plan. Your plans should not just show the layout, they should be a complete set of construction documents that specify everything. The power of specifications. This is a document that accompanies the plans, detailing every single material to be used. Fixtures, the exact make, model number, and finish of every faucet, sink, toilet, and light fixture. Appliances, the specific brand and model of the refrigerator, oven, dishwasher, etc. Finishes, the type of flooring, the specific tile for the backsplash, the paint color and brand, the type of countertop material, and the style of cabinetry and hardware. Why this matters. When every detail is specified up front, your contractor can provide a much more accurate bid. It eliminates guesswork and prevents allowance traps, which we'll discuss next. It also ensures you and your contractor have a shared, written understanding of the final product. Pro tip. This level of planning takes time and may involve hiring an architect or an interior designer. This upfront investment is often a fraction of what you could lose to unforeseen costs from poor planning. If you need help developing a detailed scope of work for your project, our team at Oceanfront Builders can provide expert consultation. You can reach out to us at info@oceanfront.builders to get started. 2. Thorough site investigation and due diligence, X-raying your home. The biggest source of hidden costs is what you can't see. The goal of this step is to uncover as many potential problems as possible before you finalize your budget and plans. Hire a qualified home inspector. Even if you've lived in your home for years, have an inspector come through with the specific goal of identifying potential issues related to your planned remodel. Perform investigative demolition. With your contractor, consider cutting small, strategic openings in walls or ceilings to inspect the condition of plumbing, wiring, and framing in the area to be remodeled. This is far less expensive than discovering a major problem after the entire room has been gutted. Test for hazardous materials. For homes built before the 1980s, it's essential to test for asbestos in popcorn ceilings, vinyl flooring, insulation, and lead paint. Abatement of these materials requires certified professionals and can be a significant unbudgeted expense if not planned for. Consult specialists, structural engineer. If you plan to move walls, it's crucial to have a structural engineer determine which walls are load-bearing. They can also assess the foundation and structural integrity of the home. Plumber and electrician. Have licensed plumbers and electricians inspect your existing systems to assess their condition and capacity to handle your proposed upgrades. They can tell you if your electrical panel needs an upgrade or if your old pipes are at the end of their life. Why this matters. Every problem you find before construction begins is a problem you can plan and budget for, turning a hidden cost into a known line item. A budget is not just a single number, it's a detailed financial plan. Get detailed itemized bids. When you get bids from contractors based on your detailed plans, insist that they are itemized. This allows you to compare apples to apples and see where costs are allocated. The non-negotiable contingency fund. This is the most critical part of your budget. A contingency fund is an amount of money, typically 10 to 20% of the total project cost, set aside exclusively for unforeseen problems. What it is for: fixing that termite damage, replacing the rusty pipes you discovered, addressing a foundation crack. What it is not for: upgrading your tile choice, adding a skylight, or any other discretionary change. Why this matters. The contingency fund is your project's insurance policy. It's the single best tool for absorbing true hidden costs without derailing your project or causing financial distress. If you don't use it, that's great. You have extra money at the end, but planning a project without one is planning for failure. An allowance is a line item in a contractor's bid that allocates a specific dollar amount for a material that has not yet been selected. The allowance trap. Some contractors may use unrealistically low allowances to make their overall bid seem lower and more attractive. For example, they might put an allowance of $2,000 for all your kitchen appliances when the models you actually want will cost $10,000. Minimize allowances. The best way is to minimize them by selecting as many materials as possible before you get bids. Set realistic allowances. If you must use allowances, do your own research. Go to stores and price out the fixtures, tile, and appliances you like. Give these realistic numbers to your contractor. Ask questions. Ask the contractor what their allowance number is based on. Is it for builder-grade materials or the quality you expect? Why this matters. Unrealistic allowances create a false sense of security in the budget and almost always lead to overages that feel like hidden costs. Your contract is your ultimate legal protection and the roadmap for the entire project. A vague contract is a recipe for disputes over what was and was not included. Essential components. Your contract should include a detailed scope of work, a clear payment schedule, a formal change order process, a project schedule, warranty information, lien releases. A detailed contract protects both you and the contractor by creating a clear, legally binding agreement that minimizes misunderstandings. A reputable, experienced contractor is your best defense against hidden costs. They have the expertise to anticipate problems, plan accurately, and manage projects effectively. For homeowners in Los Angeles and Orange County looking for a contractor with a proven track record of transparency and quality, we at Oceanfront Builders are proud to be that partner. You can reach us at 888-336-8586. Even with the best planning, some issues can arise. How you manage them during construction is key to keeping your budget intact. Adhere to a formal change order process. Any deviation from the original plan, whether it's your choice or due to a hidden issue, must be documented. The golden rule: no work should be done on a change until a formal change order is written up and signed by both you and the contractor. What it includes: a good change order clearly describes the new work, the cost of labor and materials for the change, and the impact it will have on the project schedule. Why it matters. This prevents verbal agreement misunderstandings and ensures you are fully aware of and have approved the cost and time implications of any change before it happens. Maintain consistent and open communication. Schedule regular meetings. Have weekly check-in meetings with your contractor to discuss progress, upcoming tasks, and any potential issues. This keeps everyone aligned. Ask questions. If you see something you don't understand, ask immediately. Don't let questions fester. Keep a project journal. Take notes during meetings and conversations to keep track of decisions. Track your budget and payments religiously. Use a spreadsheet. Create a simple spreadsheet to track your original budget, approved change orders, and payments made. Review invoices carefully. Before making a payment, review the invoice to ensure it aligns with the payment schedule in your contract and covers work that has been completed. Monitor your contingency fund. Keep a close eye on how much of your contingency fund has been used, so you know how much buffer you have left. Resist scope creep. Scope creep is the tendency for a project to grow beyond its original goals, often through small, seemingly insignificant additions. It's the while you're at it syndrome. The Phase 2 list. When you get a new idea during the project, instead of immediately implementing it, add it to a Phase 2 wish list. You can decide later if you want to tackle it as a separate project. Stick to the plan. Remind yourself of the detailed plan you created and the reasons you made those decisions. Trust your initial planning. Why it matters. Scope creep is a primary driver of budget overruns that are entirely within the homeowner's control. Avoiding hidden costs in a remodeling project is not about luck. It's about a disciplined and proactive approach. By investing heavily in detailed planning and investigation, establishing a realistic budget with a robust contingency fund, choosing a qualified and transparent contractor, and managing the project with clear communication and formal processes, you can take control of your project's finances. You can transform a potentially stressful and unpredictable experience into a rewarding journey that results in the home of your dreams, delivered on time and on budget. At Oceanfront Builders, this proactive, transparent approach is the cornerstone of how we manage every project. We believe in empowering our clients with information and working collaboratively to prevent surprises. If you're planning a remodel in the Los Angeles or Orange County area and want a partner who prioritizes budget integrity and clear communication, we invite you to connect with us. Visit our website at oceanfrontbuilders.com to see our work and learn more about our process, or call us directly at 888-336-8586 to schedule a consultation. Remember, the most effective way to manage your remodeling budget is to do the hard work upfront. A well-planned project is a financially sound project. If you found this detailed guide helpful and informative, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more valuable construction insights, expert advice, and tips for making your remodeling project a resounding success. We deeply appreciate your support. Thanks for watching, and may your remodel be free of unpleasant surprises.